Let's take us away.
Hey everyone! We are so back. In session, I want to go 53, but I forgot to open Google Docs, so I'm gonna go for 53. Anyone? Any feedback? No, I'm gonna go with 53.
54.
I wrote 54. Yeah.
Guys, welcome back to session 54. There is a blight going on in Bytopia, if you haven't realized it by now, and I hope you're catching up because we're on our way to Storm's Watch in the north, riding in our exhibit pimped out ride, and we're gonna go stop it. We're gonna go give pets to the world lizard that is accidentally bleeding, and we are gonna say no to the eldritch demon from one of Lovecraft's works who is trying to stab the beautiful world lizard. And we are going to put an end to the blight, and we are going to redefine what bloom means in Bytopia.
Ooh.
We are going to turn this bloom into a blossom, ladies and gents, and gays and theys. So let's go. For one of the final times, I will hand over to my good friends, the diligent legends in Merch Corner.
Oh God. Sorry, something very loud just happened outside when you did that. This one is I got nothing. I got nothing. When in doubt, Art, roll a D40.
Oh, it's
Moving
blank.
on. Lucy, roll a D40.
Okay. 1D 40. Two.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
So it's like two of these coming out.
Wow.
They're so they're gonna be exclusive. They're gonna be an older shirt, but like a holographic shiny version. It's black with silver Pegasus on it.
Ooh.
Oh, that's actually cute. Oh, I actually want one in real
She's
life.
gorgeous.
What's the problem?
And you can get them in extra large. And if you look at stream right now, gang, me and Art are wearing one. We're sharing it. That's how exclusive they are. We can't have one each. We're sharing it.
That's a big shirt.
It's a
Take
big
it off
shirt.
right now. We
Goes
can't. We
all the
need
way
to sell
across the
that.
Atlantic.
Oh my.
We only have
No,
two to sell.
Don't.
We're actually 50% sold out already on those shirts.
Gotta go fast.
I feel like I regretted saying that as soon as I said it.
Spooky corner.
Can someone please, for the love of God, roll me a D346? Thank you, Denny. Let's see. Oh no, these pages. Oh no, they do have numbers. I was about to get so upset. Right.
Out.
Okay. I can't actually tell what this page is about, but I'm looking right now at a book called The Book of Forgotten Witches.
Ooh.
And it's got some very nice illustrations, and this particular illustration, actually interestingly enough, is of a man with yellowish eyes. He's got a gaunt face, a wide brimmed hat, a big cloak. He's got pointy fingers, reminiscent of like a humanoid Morgrim, dare I say.
Oh.
And he's holding a sword, and he's got a skeletal vulture perched on his shoulder. The pale man says, I don't have much else to say about him. He's kind of spooky. I quite like him though. I think he's cool. Art corner.
I'm never ready. Yeah, our corner. Yeah, so grab tortilla chips
Yum.
tortilla chips and some nice nope, forgot what it is. Sauce. I forgot the sauce.
Oh my god.
Insert whatever sauce you want with some tortilla chips.
Some
Eat it while
salsa
enjoying the
or
stream.
hummus or what
Salsa.
else
There we
is
go. Salsa. Oh my god. I could not think of that to save my life. Thank you, Shane.
there? You're so welcome.
Thank you.
No,
Yeah,
you're
so
so
enjoy
welcome.
that. Enjoy that while watching the stream. And Shan, back to you.
What? An outro and everything? Oh my god. Look how professional we're getting. I have a fact, and it is a word. Lucy Lockett has reminded me of the existence of the word mezzanine, and now it's doing circuits around my brain. Like the little DVD sign on those old like little DVD things that bounce around.
Yeah.
Just the word mezzanine is bouncing around my head right now. I'll give a 1d4 to anyone that uses mezzanine. Consider it an inspiration. But it has to make
Okay.
sense.
Easy.
Yeah, last time we were playing, last week, the gang had decided to pack up to leave the place they have come to know as Valid's Hold in the Wyvern Spine Ranges down in Marevna, which is like the center state sort of thing of Sharok. Lots of big words. They told a few people, not too many, and left a little note for the rest of the Valid. After a few conversations, the gang got an updated note from Prin, who is one of the old Valid, or an updated map. And it gave them a slip route, which meant that they didn't have to go to Shadowhaven or deal with banks, which is good. And so the gang moved off in their car, the Triton, the Ute. Along the way, they traveled for about, I think it was 9 or 10 days. I think I said 9. They encountered a town called Gisborne, in which they were stopped by a hole in the road, and they came face to face with what at first looked like a sludge weird, but quickly they realized none of their magic did a lot of good, nor did their weapons, until they started pulling the polluted debris out of its body. They realized it was a river spirit, who blessed them with a little rice ball, delicious little succulent treat. And that was the last large town before they hit the little peninsula known as Storms Ranges, I believe. And the gang moved up that way. So this is day kind of 10 of the journey, day 62 on Sharok. Isn't it crazy? We've been playing this game for, like, I said this last week, 2 years, but this specific campaign has only lasted like 62 days. Absolutely nuts. Yeah, and today we are picking up a little bit slowly. We're picking up in the early hours or the late hours of the evening with the campsite. This is a good time for y'all, if you so wish, to talk. Get any last minute things out. Get a plan, vibe before things start to get very serious. You do have a bit of a vantage point here of what Storm's Watch actually looks like, but you have to kind of walk up the cliff, kind of like to the left here, up this like little narrow route here from camp to get to like where you can see, if that makes sense. You're kind of like tucked away in the caverns. The evening is hot. It's 28 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in freedom units.
Ooh.
Can't pay me to change it.
That's so hot.
Fucking hot though. It's probably cooled down a little in the evening. Might be about 22. But you're starting to shed your layers. Yes. Over to y'all. Oh, also feel free to drag out your camping supplies if you so wish. This little tent here is, I think, the correct size for your tiny hut, Kaz, but I could be wrong.
Works for me.
That is tiny
I
hut.
think it's like 10. I think it's 10R.
I think it's 10R too.
But
check.
that is, which is pretty well that. Ooh, I haven't turned off the new PHB for this game yet, so you might get some doubles.
Oh, that's so fine. Kind of ish the right
Doubles.
size. Anyway, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, it works.
Over to y'all.
What?
Hey, can Wyatt hear me? Like, can he hear all of us right now?
If he covers the little hole with his hand, I can't hear you. So don't do that.
Okay. I want you to be able to hear me. So.
Hey. Yeah,
Okay.
a little smoke puffs out of the end of the bottle, and then not quite Chad, not quite angry, but nerd Wyatt appears. Call him nerd Wyatt.
Wyatt. Okay. Hey, I had this thought. Maybe it's kind of stupid, but I wanted to put it out there in front of all of you. And it's been bouncing around my head the entire journey. I just haven't had the desire to say it yet. We know that the blight or the bloom is like a reaction. It's like white blood cells, right? It's like the immune system of this place. What if we found a way to use it? Like, you know, when they treat certain diseases, they call it immunotherapy. What if we basically tried that, try and enhance it and use it directly against this thing to overwhelm and destroy it?
Oh, that's all fine and dandy, but you got an idea?
I mean, not exactly, but I'm sure there's ways we can think of doing that. I think if I focused correctly, I could manipulate the bloom a little bit. I tend to be able to do that with nature, so
Worth a shot. Is there anything I can do to help? Let me know.
I mean, you can cast magic, so maybe if you commune a little bit more with nature, see if you can do something like that, or maybe even just finding a physical means of using it. I don't know.
I'll see what I can do.
Lowen, I can provide you with hope.
Okay. I'll look at what?
Yes, hope.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do something. Is that just...
What's wrong with what I'm doing? I'm trying to be
No.
supportive.
No, nothing. Nothing's wrong. I was just... When you said, oh, Lowen, I can provide you with hope, it just... Something popped up in my head, that's all. It's nothing.
Oh, Well, I'll try and think of different ways to provide you with hope, I guess.
I mean, you already do.
Aw. You see, it was worth keeping me around. Don't answer.
No, Lauren just kind of glances around to the others and then looks at Wyatt. Yeah, I remember when we got you back on the ship and I told you I was glad you were safe. Same thing goes. Do you remember that?
Back on the ship.
Yeah.
No, I don't, to be honest. But we've been on so many ships.
Hmm. No, I don't know why I expected you to remember that. Yeah. So. Never mind.
The last guy who lived in my house left a few notes behind. I'll have a read of them and see if he left anything that can help you out.
They left a few notes.
Yeah, they left like some of their old belongings.
Oh. Okay.
It would be kind of like explaining what a skyscraper is to a bacteria, you know, where it's just got no concept of what you're talking about. I can't really explain the kind of weird mystical realm that I live in these days inside the bottle, but while I'm drifting through the ethereal space, I see what I can only describe as tendrils of philosophy reaching out to me. I'll try to explore them some more.
Oh my god. Okay.
I can't describe them as tendrils of light or color because they have no physical shape. None of this does, but I'm trying to put it in. There are actually no words in the bytopian language for what I experience while I'm inside the bottle. But I'll investigate nonetheless. He will dive back into the bottle and disappear in like a puff of smoke.
Oh. Okay. Goodbye, I guess.
I remember having wishes.
No, you got me, buddy.
He just nods.
Do you?
Hmm?
Oh no, no, doesn't matter. What were you gonna say?
Um, when you were talking about, I guess flooding, whatever it is with blue or
Hmm.
blight or you're talking about Morgrim, or are you
Yeah,
talking? Oh, would that somehow affect Wyatt's body?
possibly. Perhaps we can find a way of separating the two first.
Oh wait, I just realized something.
Hmm?
Hold on. Uh, the thing that the the river genie primordial thing gave us, this thing
Yeah.
could separate Morgrim, I think, from Wyatt's body. We just
What?
need to feed it to him.
Really?
Well, I mean, I'm guessing it could. I I don't actually know if it could, but based on what my primordial senses were tingling and we were speaking primordially to each other, and I got a wisp of air and water noise, and it hinted that this could possibly expel something from a creature.
Can I see that thing real quick?
He hold it up. Oh, like
Uh,
actually.
Yeah, yep. Cass will just take the next 10 minutes to identify it, so we're sure that it can do that. Theoretically.
You see Kaz staring at this thing.
Arlo staring at him, staring at it. He's like, oh.
Arlo's, no, I don't know why I said Arlo. I'm not Arlo. Lowen stares at Wyatt's thing. Wyatt's, what's it called? Lamp.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes of silence. We're all just staring at each other.
This is weird. You guys should talk.
I'm trying to think of something to say, but Wyatt's disappeared.
It's gonna take longer if you keep looking at me.
I just.
Hey, you guys.
Mm,
Okay.
Arlo, take your hand off. I need to get out.
Oh,
all right.
God.
He actually just takes the lamp out and just lays it in front of him.
Oh, it's gone cold all of a sudden. He pops out. What if we put Morgrim inside the lamp?
Oh.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not even sure how I put you in the lamp.
Like I said, there's lots of philosophy inside the metaphysical space that is my bodiless existence right now. So maybe I can look around for some clues. But
Wait, actually, that's a good point, though. I think Wyatt is making a good point. Because, remember what happened at the camp, right? Morgan was saying that he would destroy this body or something like that, speaking about Wyatt, and then he would just go somewhere else. Right? Am I crazy? Did he not say that?
Alright, are you suggesting we try to trap some greater evil in a lamp?
I mean, this lamp had a creature that made wishes. I feel like
Well, yeah, but like, I'm sure something more powerful than it put it there.
this thing cured my sibling from the blight. Well, the thing that was trapped in it originally.
Wasn't that the sibling that just died?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
she was dead from other reasons. Yes, she was dead, but she was cured. You didn't have to bring that up. Look, that was my biggest failure.
If we can figure it out, that's not a bad idea. I just don't know the first thing about stuffing some eldritch being into a fucking flask.
But didn't Morgan say that he would just go and seek another? Right? Did he not say that? Am I imagining that?
He absolutely did.
Mm-hmm.
Which means us getting rid of him doesn't really solve the problem.
No, it just kicks can down the road a little bit.
But what it does show is that to act in the physical realm, he needs envoys or vessels. So yeah, if we can trap him in one, then maybe that's a can that we can carry around with us. Literally.
And then maybe we could like, as he stares at Lon, maybe we could like just shove it somewhere far away that no one will ever find it.
Lauren kinda is cradling the lamp in their arms to keep it warm. And they look at Arlo, who's looking at them. Ado, where would we put it that no one is gonna find it?
I mean, I don't know. That's something we could try to figure out at some point. Hey, are both of you done with the things that I gave you so I could hold them again?
What do you mean, both of us?
Looks at Kaz as he's holding the thing that he was identifying.
Yeah, the identifier probably goes off.
Okay. He'll hand it back and explain the 4 things it can do.
Four things.
Yeah, it can cure diseases and poisons and health, curses, diseases. It can do that expulsion thing you were talking about, and it can heal for a while. But one of those is much more important than the others right now.
Yeah, true. And I don't know. Sorry.
You're fine. Just weird cave noises. It's all right.
That distracted me. Sorry, there was a squirrel over there, and I got distracted.
Okay.
That's all Arlo. Slap him on the back, but his hand goes through.
Gotta look into getting you some Luma Vivance if we ever get back home.
Right, true. And yeah, so I mean, whenever we end up stopping him and maybe, who knows, sealing him in the thing, we find a place and then we just bury it. Or we could even leave it in a place. Nobody's going where we're going, right? Well, maybe they might. I don't know. That's a bad idea, leaving it in the place that we're going, but we should go somewhere else.
Hey, leave it in my office at work. Trust me, no one's gonna go near that thing.
What did you do in your office?
Nah, leave it in my apartment, man. That place was a dump. Leave it there. Oh no, my brother would probably steal it.
Didn't you tell us your apartment got repoed?
Oh yeah, it definitely did.
What?
It's gonna take a
When?
long time to get cleaned up though.
When did it get repoed? You're valid. How did it? How?
I don't
I'm
think
definitely
you set up
gonna
the automatic payments like we were supposed to.
Wow, you guys. I'm
Wyatt
not
is
gonna lie.
terribly irresponsible. I think we've all established that.
No, I'm looking back. I left all of my valid money to my brother. You know, he's a bum. He's an actual bum. I don't know why I did that.
Because
He's like an addict.
you care about him, maybe?
Nah, I guess, but I don't know, man. There's like real causes out there that could have done with my help.
Like one that helps homeless that need help, maybe.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I've got a lot to
Or
unpack.
you could have put it in like a trust where you could only access so much at a certain amount of time. You needed to get you a Luma lawyer.
You never
Yeah,
know. He may have come into the money and he may be feeling some kind of way about missing you. And
nah, definitely not. That guy hates me. And he was
Oh.
born a bum. He came out of the womb with a beanie hat on.
Jesus. Don't they put those on all babies? Wyatt?
Arlo genuinely laughs.
looks distressed, but Lucy's loving it.
Oh, I really like you guys. Isn't this nice?
I really like
Nice
you
is
too.
a big old stretch, but for the situation, it could be worse.
I'm sorry, where's Kira?
Yeah, that's a good
Her
question.
body's like, oh wait, no.
She's
Kira is.
T-posing somewhere.
She's like loading in like an NPC walking into a wall. She's like not been able to get up the cliff. She's actually doing she's out doing a patrol to like make sure the area is clear before you like fully set up for the night.
Oh my god.
I think.
I can't believe you let her go by yourself.
No, Kira. You know, if you can, maybe if you get to go back, you can go sort your brother out.
What do you guys want to do after this?
Honestly, I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
What I
Redo
think.
the-
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say redo the clef like Magical wanted, but then I don't know. Overthrow the fucking government?
That's
Give
so
me
punk,
like
dude.
2 minutes to think about it. I gotta go get something. Be right back.
Alright, there Lowen goes.
Alone forgot their water.
Not the sneaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like I can't go back. What would real life look like after this? You know?
Well, we know that everything our society is based on is brought the planet to such a point that it's actually fighting back. So, not a lot.
Oh, yeah. I think I would go insane if I had to, like, do cases again. Can you imagine that? Playing to a crowd of 20 people? You're, like, playing music and you're like, they don't know that the planet is, like, trying to kill us.
Like
I
that.
don't
Before you
know.
said that last part, it
Oh.
sounded pretty great, but
I don't
just
know
something.
if I could go back because, first of all, the person I used to love probably wouldn't like me much anymore. And second of all, I think I want to kill him.
What?
So,
Why?
the thing I was finding is back in the dreamscape, I found a medical report on my mother, and the attendee is Dr. Marcus Rutt, which is Mark Right. So, for some reason, he was looking after my mother.
Well, he was. Didn't he seem? I mean, I could be completely off here, but way back, he did seem fairly buddy with the higher ups that be. So
I
maybe
mean,
he was assigned it after everything shit hit the fan.
he was a teacher. I thought he taught astronomy, so I have no idea why he was doing anything medical unless it was an act. But I can't.
I thought my parents were farmers till we got to school. So
Oh my god, did that man seduce me just to keep an eye on me?
Hey, maybe that guy James deserves a second chance.
Who the fuck's James?
the
He's
guy
that.
that Arlo almost got kicked out of the Valor about.
He beat the shit out of him.
Actually, it would have been nice to have been kicked out of the Ballard. Yeah.
Well, not really, because if you got kicked out, they'd kick
They'd
everybody out
They'd probably disappear you.
and your family.
Mm.
Maybe he wasn't really a firefighter.
There were so many of us to make disappear, but yeah, I could see that. No, I think I wouldn't give him a second chance, but I probably wouldn't harm him if I could. Like I would try to not do what I did. I think I don't know, I feel like for me it would just be kind of simple. I don't like I in some ways I care what the government has done, but I just want the people I care about to be safe. I at least want to get them somewhere, and I don't know. Probably move my family out of Crochet.
Where? Ain't nowhere safe.
At least where I grew up, I could go to the edge. I at least know what it's like.
That's fair.
Also, we could go to that place that's near the that forest where we left all those people on the boat. That seemed nice. They could use help. And for the most part, they like me also, so they wouldn't be, you know, too stressed out. Well, some of them actually, some of them don't. Also, I was kind of mean. That was a weird time.
Yeah, it was. I don't know.
I think this entire thing has brought out the worst in all of us, but maybe also the best.
I don't know if I feel like the best version of myself.
Look at
I
you,
definitely
Lowen. All of us, we're standing, well, not me really, I'm floating, but we're all standing on the cusp of the end of the world, ready to give our lives to protect a magical snake with a weird name that no one can pronounce.
Kaiten.
The people we care about might be a little bit better off. We came further than anyone else in the last 10 years. This is your best self. Right here, just stood here right now, breathing,
Well,
willing to go on, willing to
it's-
climb those steps.
certainly the most powerful versions of us, but I don't know if that exactly equates to best, Wyatt. We've all had to do some real shitty things to get here.
And we're still here.
How have you turned into the most optimistic of us all?
I don't hear the breathing anymore.
What?
Morgrim.
Was he saying stuff about us?
No, I don't think so. It's kind of like taking off a backpack you've been wearing for 10 years. You forget that you had it on. It's nice.
I don't think I ever realized how difficult it actually was for you. And I guess I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry
Hey.
that I, treated you kind of harshly sometimes.
You guys are the only people that ever gave me a chance after I left home. I was ranting and raving in a theme park saying that I was doing patricide on you guys, and you still let me hang around with you. I would have been fired from work if I killed my boss's mum.
Yeah. It's so weird speaking to a cloud. A cloud formed like you.
I'm not sure if I'm really me, to be honest, but I'm kind of coming to terms with it. There is a peace being in this form. Kind of like there is a part of my soul that is sort of having a meltdown at the idea that I am an immutable spirit right now. The essence of my soul distilled into a lamp, but also it's kind of too peaceful to worry about.
Can I reach out and try and touch Wyatt? Just like touch his face?
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah, where you touch his face, it shimmers a little bit, and you can feel something very faint there.
Huh. Can you feel that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Lauren pulls her hand back.
As Lauren was standing up to touch Wyatt, Arlo grabbed the lamp.
Oh, Lauren's been holding the lamp.
Oh, they've still been holding it this whole time?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what? What do you what?
It's fine.
I'm running away with this lamp.
Don't you run away. Why are you running? I'm not gonna do that.
I look at Arlo. Is he still looking at me?
Probably a little bit. Hey, he's had that thing for a while. He's grown an attachment to it.
Oh my god.
His precious.
Honestly,
dear.
kind of. No one ever spoke to him about it, but yeah, he's been.
Because we had no idea until like recently that it was even a thing.
Idiot, man. This guy was casting Wish like every session.
Like,
Just,
what?
like,
Cast it 3 times in
sounded
a
like
row.
handwriting at like 2 a.m. Like,
Did anything change when you now that you're in this form, Wyatt? Do you remember anything?
I remember everything.
Alright. everything.
I remember it all. Apart from a really vague gap. I've got like 3 vague gaps in my memory.
Oh, what are they? Like, whereabouts do they line up?
The death of your parents.
Oh,
What?
great. Logan throws the lamp off the side of the cliff.
The untimely and tragic murder of your parents. When we were in Bunker Ghost, I sort of blacked out while you were looking at a screen,
Mhm.
and then I kind of blacked out again as we left. I think I was gone them times. But there are also dreams. When I was displaced, my soul was drawn to those of others,
Oh.
and I was granted visions of people that we care about. That's how I managed to see Georgie and Alex that one time.
Alright.
And that was real.
Wait, how
But I
are
was
they?
they were okay when I saw them, except they were kind of upset and felt that we abandoned them. But we were alive. They were alive. I think they reached out to me somehow. My spirit, displaced, sought somewhere to go that it could call home, and it found them. For a brief moment, while this beast looked through my mind and scoured it for information that it could use to further proceed with its nefarious plans, I was offered a vision of hope. Nothing can overcome the human spirit, or the Ganassi or changeling spirit.
Thank you for including me.
Fuck elves, though, man. Maybe I can
Wait.
do it again. Maybe I can find them again.
I was going to say, they weren't with any of. Were they with the other group? It was just the 2 of them that you saw?
I could only see the 2 of them. Indoors, I think. I think they were in a moment of respite. They looked weary but not wounded.
I think it's probably a good idea that they stay away from this place and from us.
What about Kira?
I don't think we could have stopped her, and in a way, I think it's better that we know where she is so we can keep an eye on her rather than she sneaks along after us and we just kind of don't know until she's in trouble.
You know, I think I found out what I would do after we're done.
Go on.
I tried to find all of the lost valor first,
Yeah.
and then I think I'd go.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
I figured that was on the off chance we make it out of this mine, out of this temple. I think I'd like to help with that.
Yeah.
We can build a place to call our own, beyond the oversight of the 1,000 families, or whatever they're called.
Hear me out. We know that if we continue, and by we I mean Crochet, doing what they're doing, the bloom's never gonna stop.
Hmm.
We know also that they ain't gonna ever stop what they're doing. The four of us have been on planes of existence that aren't our own these past couple months. Who's to say there ain't more out there? Something a little less apocalyptic.
What, more planes?
Yeah.
I assume so. But it's just gonna keep spreading, right?
Why would it leave the plane? It's just defending the city. Or it's just defending this planet. If we leave it to take whoever, doesn't want to change, doesn't want to stop being a virus to the whole plane, let it fucking eat them. It ain't gonna follow us anywhere, I don't think, unless, people do the same thing over there and start using these what do they call them? Seeds of mana or whatever. As technology around everything.
Hmm.
I don't know anyone who would be silly enough to use those black diamonds for power.
Now, can you imagine if someone had an entire crown made of those black diamonds? That would be crazy.
Wouldn't be that hard. I mean, every single generator we've ever seen has a big old one in the middle.
Ooh. You could have a queendom out of that thing.
Tee-hee.
Built on air and darkness.
Wow.
Womp womp womp.
There's like a trailer that runs right
So
now.
what?
My favorite was when Art did the Seinfeld thing.
Wait. I'm so sorry. I apologize in advance, but it needs to happen.
Oh.
Yay! Kaz plays it on his guitar.
So you're suggesting like a mass, like, exodus of this plane to another one?
If they don't, change, sure. Go public with the knowledge, see what people do. I don't know. Maybe that'll just cause too much unrest, but I think it's.
I don't know. I don't. What? The Elfane wasn't another plane, was it? It was just part of the world.
It's I think you could probably consider it like a demi-plane or like an adjacent plane or it's part of the
Like a bit
plane.
of both.
Yeah, but it's not really. Like it exists within the confines of this plane, but it's not necessarily part of it with rules and the way that it exists.
Almost like like a conservatory.
Yeah.
It's a plane
Or,
within a plane.
Yeah,
dare I
like
say, a mezzanine.
Ah!
Yay!
Yeah. I mean, I know it's part of this plane, but the bloom had a reach into Elfhame a little bit. Like it wasn't taken over just yet, but I I hesitate to say that this exists only in this plane, and even so, letting the whole place like fold in on itself just feels weird to me. I don't know.
I mean, the other option is letting the people. I mean, again, obviously, try to change it, right? But
Uh-huh.
in the very high likelihood that those in power stay in power and continue to ravage the planet for all it's worth, there ain't no end that's good.
No.
I mean, if they know that they see the truth and then they decide, okay, maybe we shouldn't do this thing, that would be.
Although they saw the truth, they know it. The people in charge know what's happening.
Do these ones know? I mean, I know the
Yeah.
ones before knew, but
That's why our parents had to go into hide to finish all their research. That's why something was hunting them. Looks towards the bottle. That's why. It's just, I don't know.
wait. So if
Maybe
they,
it's because I spent time around them when I was younger, but all they fucking care about is that their bank account keeps growing.
but if they
At
knew,
the end
does
of it,
that
they can
mean?
get elsewhere. Does that mean what?
So something was hunting them. Was it because they knew and they sent something to hunt them? Or was that just coincidence that Morgan was hunting?
Could have been both. Could have been one. Could have been the other. We know something was, as per Rhiannora's logs with Crest.
You hear the crunch of approaching footsteps, and you see Kira making their way down from a higher point in the valley.
I offer the lamp back to Arlo.
He takes it almost expectedly.
And Lauren just kinda I'm gonna go sit and think about some stuff.
Right?
I'm going to take a watch. Kind of gets up and like walks. Gives like a head nod to Kira and then like just moves.
She nods. She's got a rifle slung on her shoulder. All clear, pretty much. Just a lot of canyon, I guess.
Well, that's good to hear.
There's a pretty good vantage point up there of Storm's Watch.
All right. Have to lead us there in the morning so we can all check it out.
Yeah. For now, though, I am Good.
Alright.
You going to sleep, Kira?
Yeah.
Good night.
Night.
I'll be in a little bit. Good night.
She heads into the tiny hut.
Hey. Cass's like foot is reached in because technically, if he leaves it, it disappears. But
um. Lauren's just gonna sit and think about stuff.
yeah, I think Cass will just kind of poke at the fire for another 20 minutes, half hour, and then turn in.
Good as. Arlo.
He did say he'd be right back.
Oh, great. Yeah, awesome. So, are we doing watches? Question mark.
I think
And
so.
Yeah, I think Arlo was getting one.
Nice.
And then I know I was just gonna switch I know we have like tracks and obvious things, but if it helps at all, the tiny hut would be like the same color as the surrounding rocks.
Yeah, totally. Indeed tracks also the giant silver car, but that's fine. Absolutely can change it. Yeah, cool. So we got Arlo first.
I was gonna say I can take first if you wanna, like, leave Arlo's watch till he's back or something. I don't know.
That's alright.
But
He doesn't
I'll
need a roll, he
take
doesn't see
one
anything
anyway.
unusual. But you can take second watch if you so wish.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Go
Oh.
ahead and roll perception. I don't think you get dark vision, so it might be a perception at disadvantage.
Yeah.
And I'd love to
Oh.
know what you're kind of thinking about. What's going on through your mind on this evening, on this cusp, perhaps?
They are a bit annoyed at Mark. From what it looks like, Mark was treating their mum, and they had no idea, and they begin to wonder about the motives behind him, like, then becoming close to Lowen, and it feels a bit seedy and a bit gross, really, considering how their relationship ended up. And I think they're kind of just wound up by it, and even more wound up by the idea of, like, if I die, I'm not going to be able to go back and yell at him about this. You know, like, I'll get no catharsis, I'll get no answers. I wish I could contact him and be like, yo, what the fuck? But I can't. Um, I think, in a way, Lauren is thinking, like, okay, yeah, I have this whole problem that I need to deal with, and apparently True Love's Kiss is gonna solve it. Crazy. but no one has ever loved me unconditionally. Apart from my parents, maybe. And that's it. It's like no one, yeah. It's a bit of a crisis moment. But less of a like depressing one and more just kind of irritated.
Totally.
Yeah, that's what they're thinking about.
Just casual existential dread in the evening. Awesome. With an 11, you don't see anything. You hear some crumbling rocks kind of trickling through somewhere in the canyon. You hear in the distance, the very, very far distance, the sound of great rushing water. But here, where you have found camp, you do not see anything for the 2 or so hours that you are around. Arlo, you also didn't see anything on your watch. But if you, Arlo, wanted to give us an insight into what you're thinking about, I'd love to hear it.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. When he walked off, I guess the weight of what they're doing and then what possibly comes after is on his mind now. Like he always thought, hey, I'm gonna find a cure and then I'm gonna go home. And the idea that home is not great, like he's just for the most part, he's a 21-year-old young adult who just mostly wanted to party, and he's not really. It's almost like he's aged by 10 years without meaning to. I think on his. There's still a weird longingness to want to connect. Like he understands what the others are going through, but he also knows that, hey, they've had people in this journey that they have seen and they have spent time with, and like Lowen has had Kaj and Alex, and Kaz still has Kira, and he's kind of like, I never really, at least in his mind, he's like, I never really found that, and I think I would like that, but I might not even make it. So there's just a lot. There's a lot going on, in his head, and then to be honest, while he was out there, he probably looks at the lamp, and there's probably a little bit of relief also because he also doesn't feel lonely. Because, I mean, he's not sure how Wyatt feels about him. I know Wyatt has said stuff, and a lot of times he never takes Wyatt too seriously. But at least in Arlo's mind, he's become like a very, very strange good friend, and there's relief in not feeling alone, because a lot of times since becoming a Valor, even before being a Valor, he's felt weirdly alone also, or lonely, I would say. Maybe not alone. He was never alone, but lonely. But, existential crisis,
Incredible.
the usual.
Incredible. The usual existential crisis. As you're, trudging around, you carry obviously Wyatt with you in the lamp. If you had any insights maybe into how Wyatt's feeling, it's probably a good sign.
I do, and I'm tired of pretending I don't. Wyatt is he's very content in this strange, indescribable, tiny sphere of existence. His soul is permeating the residue of what this almighty being left behind, and there is a contentedness and an optimism in feeling like he almost has no responsibilities, but also feeling hopeful that there will he is by Arlo's side, and that the morning will come, and that they will face the dangers. It's all very simplistic and straightforward. He feels very good for the first time in a long time, and he feels so good that he's not even reflecting on that really. He's just embracing it and enjoying it, and almost using this time to like meditate on his own spirit and this space that he's been given, almost like he's preparing himself. But there is no like expectation. There is no anticipation. He's just present by the Air Ganassi friend's side. And even when there's silence during the watch, I think Wyatt will try to Wyatt will try to play rock paper scissors again. Do you remember that art? I think when was it? It was ages ago.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And he wasn't doing it. Arlo
Yeah.
absolutely would play rock paper scissors this time.
Yeah. I know. What was it? Noughts and crosses or rock paper scissors? I can't remember.
I can't remember. Boulder, parchment, shears. I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, they'll break the silence by trying to play games, and there's a sweet catharsis when he plays back.
Incredible. Eventually, Arlo heads off to sleep. Wyatt is claimed by the tethers of psychology or whomst or whatsoever. The fuck? The tent itself is quite warm. Lowen, you come in, it's around like 3 or so a.m. When you go to wake up Kaz.
I loom over him.
A shadow.
His eyes just open up. Okay.
Sorry. My throat hurts, Kaz. It's time to take watch.
All right. Sounds good.
Nothing strange so far.
That's good to hear.
I couldn't really see much.
Yeah, I can't see fucking shit. But we'll give it a go. And he just walks out of the tent.
You walk out of the tent. Lowen heads to sleep. There is a heat that's starting to return to the valley in the early hours of the morning. It gets lighter and lighter, but not quite light enough to be able to see clearly. Could I get a perception check at disadvantage, kind sir?
Yes, ma'am. I think I'm just gonna roll it twice because my sheet's not open.
That's so fine.
Oh man.
Persuasion?
Oh, that's persuasion. That's persuasion.
Hello?
I apologize. Look, if they're next to each other
Holy
and they're about
shit.
the same length on my macro bar.
You persuade
Oh my
the companion,
god.
and it says there's nothing here, bro.
So that
Kaz
is
believes
that's a 24.
It's 24. With a 24...
18.
Oh. With a 24 at disadvantage, question mark?
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
The lower roll was an 18. So
Very nice.
18 plus 6.
Okay, with a 24, you look around, you see there's light starting to reflect on the top plinths of this canyon. You don't hear anything moving around except the various type of critter at various points in the early hours. You can hear rocks shudder as if something is moving underneath, but it doesn't bother you and you don't bother it, and so it goes on with its life. Eventually though, towards around the 5 a.m. mark, when I suppose potentially everyone starts to rise, you don't see it, but you feel it. And it feels like a sense of mischief. And for you, that's accompanied usually by dread. This thing smells or feels like Elfame and is approaching. Probably got about 5 minutes.
Oh.
I think Castle wake everybody up. Something fucky's coming. It's of your dominion. Lowen.
Oh, hell. Okay. I'd sit up. Get dressed. Well, I wasn't undressed, but I get sorted out, I guess.
Put on your armor and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Go outside.
Kira grumbles and eventually moves outside. She looks around. She's like, there's literally nothing here.
Give it a minute. You keep doubting me.
Yeah, actually, totally, I forgot. Maybe in these like last few little seconds before whatever is approaching arrives, I'd love like a little insight of what Kaz was thinking over his watch.
It's pretty much just what I typed. He doesn't think they're getting out of this, but again, on the off chance that somebody does, he's going to make sure it's everybody but him.
Lovely.
Not that he wants to stay back, but he's the one that can heal people and stuff, so.
Incredible. You suddenly hear footsteps emerging out from behind one of these curled canyon rocks. They kind of look like claws. You see a figure, a particularly familiar figure. Very short, maybe like halfling size. They have long, tousled hair. They're wearing a breezy garment, black with ornate kind of golden
Ew.
thread. And he flashes a cheesy smile, and he makes his way up to the edge of the precipice that you've camped on, and with his hands in his pocket, takes a look around and says, "Well, hello."
Wait, who is this?
This is, if you remember, Rumpelstiltskin. You have not met him, but you feel your flotsoms tense up in a way that they rarely do.
Okay. Yeah. Hello.
A bit of a chilly reception.
Sorry, most of the time when people randomly approach us, it's never good.
You see his eyes flit almost a bit too quickly, like the dart of a wild animal, and they land on Arlo, who's kind of a little bit further back from the rest. And his smile, which is very Cheshire cat-like, spreads and widens, and he opens his hands. He says, "Well, I suppose I can understand that. But you should consider me a friend, I think, more than anything."
Arlo just nods.
I see you're standing at the edge of he looks off into the distance, in the direction of Storm's Watch, in the direction of where you know Storm's Watch is, though you cannot see it here. Of something big. I thought perhaps it's a perfect time to make myself known among you.
What do you want?
Now, no need to be hostile. Here is a friend to offer my help, of course.
What's the catch?
He wiggles his nose slightly and smiles. We didn't get into the specifics now. We can do a little bit of negotiating about what I can offer you.
Oh, I kind of looks at the others in front of him. I'm like, what are they doing?
All right, then. I say my first question again. What do you want?
As I just said, we can get into the specifics later. I have a great bounty of understanding that you might be interested in. Usually people have conversations.
Well, usually people ain't so fucking tricksy now, are they?
Nothing tricksy about me. He squints and looks between all of you, and says, "If you're not interested, I'll happily be on my way."
What do you have to offer?
Well, you're approaching the place known as Storm's Watch. And there are a great many things that have happened, are yet to happen. Pieces of knowledge that might do you well. Of course I can't show my full hand.
Well, okay, maybe there's something you could. Now, most of the time, they would prefer me not to speak to strangers.
I don't see
Because
why.
I
You've been the
usually
most
say
cordial
something.
of everyone so far.
I mean, I try to be because we don't know exactly who you are, but maybe there's something that you could say that would ease the tension. Maybe, like you're here,
Unfortunately,
you're.
all I have to say is not gonna ease the tension that exists here. But it might save you some valuable time.
Well, do tell then, maybe.
He leans back. He's clearly not entertained by how critical the group seems to be. Um,
Arlo's trying.
Indeed, indeed. He says, there's a canyon deep inside Storm's Watch. There are twists and turns to it, but I could help you find your way.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Indeed, indeed. But of course, as your
That was a very
long-haired friend,
kind.
as your long-haired friend has pointed out, things don't come without a price.
Oh,
There it is.
I see. Well, I mean no offense, but I just gave up something so I could put my friend there. And that person pretty much did the exact same thing, and I don't really feel like paying any prices. I've paid enough. So I'm just going to remain in the back and wait for them to do whatever. Don't mind me. He just turns around and just starts looking out. Just looking at the view.
I see nothing. Rumple looks around at the people in the front, looks at Kira. Kira has no fucking interest in this guy. Looks at Lowen, looks at Kaz.
My friend here mentioned that you're of the same realm as I am.
Hmm?
Awful long way to come to make this offer. What's are you doing it just to get a favor out of us, or is there something in this whole in this whole fiasco that you have a stake in, perhaps?
Now, what fun would that be? If you knew all my secrets and I knew none of yours. He looks down. I don't know where Lowen might keep Mothcat, but wherever they are, that is where they're looking. And they say, well, he says, I have, spoken very briefly, admittedly, to some of your friends here, and I let them know that I would be paying them another visit. I believe there was already a promise of a firstborn child being thrown around, but I'm not interested in that from you. Unless... Eyebrows raised.
I don't have a child, and I don't think I'm gonna have any children, so I think that would be a wasted promise from me. Unless, wait, Lone kinda gives a side eye to Rumpelstiltskin, like, no, I'm not gonna ask what popped into my mind. I think that's just silly. You've met this little guy, and they sort of Mothcat is usually wrapped around Lowen's like neck or inside there. jumper or t-shirt or whatever. Mothcat's head kind of pokes out.
I have met them.
I look at Mothcat.
Mothcat looks at Lowen.
Mothcat looks back
Yeah,
at
you
me.
do. It's not me,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I was just thinking that's me. I look at myself. Mothcat is kind of like, I don't know, this guy's weird.
you.
Lowen looks at Rumpelstiltskin. I mean, I'm happy to trade secrets. I don't think I have many. But if you want to know something about me, I just want to know why you're interested in this endeavor. That's all.
Call it a morbid obsession. Call it. It's like watching cinema. There's no reason to be obsessed with it. There's no reason to be interested. But it's a good show, isn't it?
I suppose so. Now, what do you want in exchange for leading us through this labyrinth or whatever that you mentioned? Is there something in particular? Are you just waiting for us to make an offer?
I have a few things in mind, but I suppose it depends on who exactly wishes to shake my hand.
I don't shake without knowing the terms, so...
I don't expect you to. But is it you that's going to be making the deal, or is it your bard friend here, or perhaps the blue one in the back and his little genie friend?
I think that depends on what the price is.
It changes by person.
Oh, that's kind of shook me up a bit. I can't lie.
Yeah, I don't like that. Long kind of thinks and says, okay, if I'm the one to make this deal with you, what do you want from me?
Well, will you be the one to make the deal?
I'm not saying yes or no until I know the terms. I think
Well, what fun
I'm
is it if
just
I go
offering
around and give
myself
you all
as an
exactly the
option.
price? And then what do I get? Nothing. Nothing for
What
old
you asked for,
Rumpelstiltskin.
should it happen?
Hmm. Make a
I think we're
persuasion
all
check.
in the same boat.
Lowen specifically.
Can I help?
You can help, yeah.
Okay. I'm so persuasive. Oh, I am.
You are. They say, to Lowen, very well. From you, I think I'd need only one thing. And it's that sword that you got on your hip.
Ah, that's a no then.
Very well.
I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Wouldn't that mean you're free?
No.
Okay. Goes back.
Unless he's a druid, like, it has to be attuned and everything, and I'm pretty sure he would have to give his soul up to it. I don't know. But it's probably a no.
What if I told you that I
Oh,
could
wait,
set you free from it?
Uh, and take it right now?
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Still a no from me, I think.
Very well.
Hey,
Mm,
what if we all make the deal?
what are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. He's just
What?
whispering, talking to himself.
What if we all do it?
What is that? How does that make sense? Why?
Well, then we've got nothing to lose. We go together.
I mean, I have a lot to lose still.
Yeah, but then we'd be giving it up.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. Why? I still have things to lose. The only reason I'm doing it is because I have things to lose. Sorry,
I will
don't,
take your deal.
don't mind me. I don't know if they heard
I
me.
hear
Right?
an offer from the back.
Going once, going twice.
Come on now, don't be shy.
Mr. Do we even know his name? Did he introduce himself?
He has not introduced himself, no.
Oh, well, Arlo would move forward and be like, "Look, Mr. Person, maybe you could take this sword after we're done." It's just we kind of need it.
I don't think it belongs to you, mate. I don't know if you're allowed to make those kinds of decisions.
No.
Well, no,
Yeah,
it doesn't. I just meant, I was just trying to say, I mean, I'm assuming you would be willing to part with it, Lowen, afterwards?
I haven't decided that yet.
Okay.
What about you, you little ghoul? Why don't you come out and stop hiding in that little lamp?
I am reading your every intention. And then he will appear from the lamp.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
You said you'd be willing.
I'll take your deal.
He... Why'd we...
Right, I think you need to at least ask what the conditions are.
What are my conditions?
He smiles and he says, he kind of looks like a shark. He says, for
Ooh.
you, I think you've emerged from the lamp, right?
Yes, yes.
Indeed. He'll walk over towards where you are and he'll stand. He looks up because obviously you are still quite tall and you're floating. He says, from you, I
Oh.
think I would suffice with a little bit of your hope.
Ooh. Wyatt looks down like this is a a big deal. He's learned a lot about hope from the threads of philosophy inside the lamp. I don't know if you guys have noticed.
For fuck's sake.
He will put a hand out and say, "Yeah, I'll make your deal."
Wyatt, how does that make sense? He kind of whooshes his windy hand. He tries to blow.
He's like trying to blow it.
I don't think he.
He's like, he's trying to like Pokemon reclaim
How does that
him.
make sense?
I know what he wants, and I can afford to give it to him.
Can you, considering we did what we did to try to save you, and now you're just going to accept the deal? Considering
You did save me.
then maybe you should have hope for, the people who are doing the thing rather than a random person who just showed up and started promising things.
He doesn't want it all.
But what does it matter if it changes you? Right?
Woof.
I have seen you make a wish in front of me that changed you. I have made a wish and something happened and it changed me, and it was just a little. It was just enough to turn everything around. And you're willing to do it again after we could have been trapped in that place to try to grab you, to get you.
Arlo, today is going to be a good day.
I thought so. Until now.
Oh, I thought I
cry.
had him, gang. I can't lie. I thought I had him.
Woof. The biggest wolf.
Oof.
I can't stop you, but there's only so many times I will follow you to oblivion, Wyatt.
Oof.
Biggest
Yeah,
wolf.
woman. Do you really think we can do this without him?
Thought so before he showed up, and I think so after. I don't
You
even
do?
know who he is. Of course I think we can do this. Why wouldn't I?
The lamp knows who he is. He's serious.
Wyatt, I don't want to make decisions for you. But in your words, I will tell you what I think Wyatt would say to him.
Yeah.
He looks at what's his name, Rumpelstiltskin. He's like, "Oi, fuck off, prick."
Rumpelstiltskin's
You
just
take
kind of
psychic
standing there
damage?
like, damn, that's rough.
Yeah, damn.
He
he's
dies.
Like, damn.
Fuck me, I guess.
Fucking hell, you try to give fucking help to people?
I know.
No, I'm so kidding. Incredible, please. I don't want to detract from that incredible moment. Wyatt, take it back, please.
Arlo. He puts his hand down and he fully turns to Arlo. Like Rumpelstiltskin. Like this trick the god from Fairy Tale isn't even there, and he's like, I wanted to change for you. So that we could be peacocks.
I mean, I'm looking at a peacock right now.
Aww. Really?
I mean, of course.
No.
You just need to believe it. Stand there with your chest out. Arlo does it, and you just forget how jacked he actually is.
Holy
He's just
shit.
Oh my god.
Hey, yo.
Oh my god. Okay,
Rumpelstiltskin.
dude. Holy shit.
Eyebrows up. Yo.
Ayo.
Okay. I trust you in it.
You could trust us. He gestures to the rest who are here, also.
No. Oh. Mr. Rumpelstiltskin.
Hmm.
I'm afraid I could not take your deal in good faith. Though I had intended to make it as difficult as possible for you anyways.
He nods his head slightly. There's almost like the essence of a humane glint. And he nods and he says, "I understand." And then it's swallowed by that strange, quick flitter, animalistic. And he turns away from Ghost Wyatt, Gyat, and Arlo, and
No,
walks
I
back
hate that.
to the front, and he gives one kind of final glance over. And he specifically like glances over Lowen and Kaz to see if he's fully ignored Kira. Kira's like not subscribed at all. Like, and he can tell. This is not the market for him here. But he gives one final look in case.
Sorry, Lowen, you are probably the exception to not probably. You are the exception to this rule, but I don't trust a single thing that comes from that fucking plane.
All right. Kira says, "Yeah, you heard him. Fuck off, prick." And he shrugs, and he turns, and he starts walking away. You have about a second if you wanted to stop him, but unless you do, he walks until you blink, and then he suddenly disappears.
Let's kill him. No.
Damn!
I apologize for being rude.
We'll get stones. Fuck you, prick.
To
Awesome.
be honest, Kaz, I don't even know if I can be trusted. Actually, I found out there is a way to get rid of that whole nonsense that I told you about, but it's even more ridiculous.
It's something dumb and storybook like, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it all fucking is. God, I fucking hate that place.
I mean, maybe you could tell us. Maybe we could help in some kind of way.
I mean, if you all want to stop making out right now, I guess that might help. But
What?
yeah, it's true love's kiss.
Oh,
Yeah, so no, I don't. I appreciate you, but I ain't in love with you. So I don't think it's gonna be us, Arlo.
I mean,
No, don't.
no, I agree. I don't really. I mean, I love you. I love you as a friend.
Yeah.
I don't really like. Maybe that could work if I kiss you on like the forehead.
See, the thing is, I did kind of think because before we left that plane with Wyatt, I don't know why I said it like that, Wyatt. My mom kind of gave me a kiss on the forehead and stuff, and I was wondering maybe that fixed it, but I don't feel any different. So, I don't know.
Who knows?
Maybe-
Maybe it happened already. And you're
Yeah. Maybe it happened already, or maybe it's like waiting for a dramatic moment where I'm like dying or something. I don't know. You can't imagine the expression on my face when I saw this thing that said you have to like have your true love's kiss, right? I felt so fucking stupid. But also like, come on. It's the worst practical joke. Like, I destroy the things that I love, and I have to have something that loves me. Yeah, okay.
That plane makes no goddamn sense, Lowen. I hate it so much.
Yeah,
I mean, I hated where we went.
That was
That-
very much so worse. But
yeah, that sounds worse. Comparatively, my time in Elfane was kind of nice.
at least that place kind of made sense. Like, there were clear rules, and if you didn't follow the rules, shit hit the fan. Nothing from that other place makes any goddamn sense.
Oh my god, you're so weird. That place was so horrible, and you said I don't understand.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying I understood it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna be loud because there's a marching band 40
Oh,
yards from me.
It's fine.
Let me turn you down a bit. You can go to 90. Hey.
Go to 90. Yell at us all the time.
Be gone, loud voice.
Be gone, thought.
No.
No, I was talking about the parade. I mean, the band.
Okay.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that. They're not thoughts.
Not a thought anymore.
Okay, that's cool, I guess.
That was his deepest, darkest secret. Kaz's deepest, darkest secret.
Yeah.
That he was a thought once.
Uh-huh.
We've lost the plot.
We have. Let's continue. I'm
alright.
ready when all of you are.
Yeah, let's get off this topic. Are we gonna just carry on?
Works for me.
Okie dokie.
Kira, you said there was a good lookout up ahead?
Yeah, it's just up that way. Point's kind of like behind the tent.
Alrighty.
I think as they start walking, Arlo just whispers to the lamp, "Thank you for trusting us." Then just continues.
When I was a young boy, my mother. You woke up. You walk up the canyon until you get a nice overlook of Storm's Watch. Storm's Watch was once a temple. Hot fact for the gamers in the chat. Now it is converted into a large mine, but that does not take away from the majesty of the place itself at all. You reach the top of this canyon, and you stand upon a kind of large plinth, I suppose you could say. It's almost like a dais, I guess, or a day, whatever you could say it. You clamber up together, you help each other up, A little bit reminiscent of when you were climbing that thing in the water trials or the prep for the water trials. Anyway, you pull each other up and you stand on top of this platform. The wind kind of whips through your hair. The heat is starting to settle in as the morning sun crests over the side of the canyon, casting its kind of glowy light through the tops of the ranges and eating away at the darkness. You look past these kind of valleys. You see there's a highway that careens across. It's in ill repair, obviously. This is the most untouched, I suppose you could say, or like the worst infected, the oldest part of the infection. And you see where it reaches. There is an enormous spiraling tower. It's made of a kind of ancient looking stone with this kind of odd, very coral-like architecture, except it all looks sapped and quite grey. There's a bridge that arcs over the top and into it, like a highway. It's almost like a monastery, but then you have like a highway leading into it, which is really horrific. Atop the monastery, whatever you want to say, the temple itself, there's a tall mountain. It almost looks like it has been plucked from the side of the ridge itself and placed gently atop. There are parts of it that are green that spread up, but the top of it seems to be white and almost dusted with snow. But most relevantly, and the thing that is most obvious to everybody, is the enormous circling cliff of water. Almost like a circular waterfall, as if you've met the world's edge and it's not the flat earth, it's instead just a giant hole. And you can hear tons and tons and tons of this falling water, falling white water. I do have a picture.
Ooh.
We have a visual. This is what Storm's Watch looks like.
Hey guys, what the fuck is that thing?
Uh,
Don't worry about that thing in the air.
Flying boy.
That's fine. Don't worry about
that's
him.
Rumpelstiltskin.
That's Rumpel
He's
on his
coming
way
back
out.
for us.
Yeah, he's just watching.
Mm,
It's like they're so rude.
absolutely. The only difference is that there is a highway that moves from the mainland, kind of curves over the top into a bridge and leads into the entryway.
This
There are
image
also-
is sick, and I totally. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just going to say there are also lots of signs which have been crushed and rusted through and demented with the sheer ton of force coming through and the winds that whip down into this enormous cavity. But mostly it looks pretty much as depicted. Sorry, Danny, you go.
I was just gonna say, don't look at the tentacle at the bottom of it, but
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. It's fine.
also the spider climbing it. This thing is terrifying.
Don't worry about it. You're so fine. You're good.
We're so fast.
You're so fast. I don't even
So
see
fast.
you. This is, I think, a really good point. I assume everybody's collecting themselves, packing up the tent, and starting to drive towards this highway which leads into Storm's Watch. Is there anything that anyone would like to do at the camp before we cut over to a break and then cut straight into, I guess, the entry? Speak now or forever hold thy
I'm
peace.
good.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
It
good.
takes an age to unmute, but no, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
No.
Nice. Absolutely. You do so.
Nice.
There's a pan out and I don't know, our trailers play. We're gonna go on a break. We'll be back really soon. Burb. Burb.
town
whoa,
as
whoa,
we
whoa.
die.
I think it's the only way to be. My cam's being weird. That's okay. Incredible. Is everybody ready to continue? I assumed so.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so ready.
Yeah.
Sick. You are driving in the Triton, the car. You approach this enormous landmass that is Stormswatch, as you can see. You drive across this enormous arcing stone bridge, which makes its way down into the inner rings, I suppose you could say, of the industrified old monastery, the old temple. Ahead of you, you are forced to come to a stop for a few reasons. Mostly because it seems like there has been some kind of explosion on this bridge. And currently, it looks like a scene from Final Destination. There are pieces of jagged tar sticking out from the kind of trickling water that moves across these outer rings of this monastery. Thick brush bursts out of old kind of tram lines, through old fans which have rusted with age. In the distance, you can see that the actual doorway to enter is across a stretch which has been since obviously destroyed in the wreckage. There's also a sign which has been rusted over, almost impossible to read. But what maybe catches your attention even before all of this is a body. This body is almost impaled into the ground in a kind of crucifixion. You recognize it because she is green. She has kind of flowing, long green hair. She looks orc-like. And though she's covered in thick mats of blood and has clearly been dead for a little while, you recognize this as Vodi, one of the Valid.
Oh no! Does it look like her body's been arranged purposefully, or is it just like how she died?
It looks very purposeful. As you kind of lift your gaze, you see similar bodies in a similar situation.
Oh, fuck.
You can drag yourselves out around the car.
No, not the little one. Oh.
Oh no. Jesus.
Oh shit, oh fuck. My hippo!
I think the first thing Cass is going to do is see if they are, to the best of his ability, actually them, or if this is some tableau meant for a warning, but like not able to actually get them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. If you're checking for an illusion, you can make an Arcana check.
Can I do it with charisma?
Sure.
Okay. It'll be this plus 5.
You can see that this is not an illusion. It is an actual body.
Though you probably said this not on purpose that way, but it sounded like is it can I tell it's actually them? Like
Yeah, you.
outside of it's like
Yes.
obviously not an illusion, but it's like makeup or okay.
No, it's not. It's this is Vodi, or this was Vodi. With a what was it, like
Cast is-
25, you're kind of up close inspecting, prodding perhaps. You kind of notice that she looks particularly gaunt, as if she'd been maybe starved for a little while, or at least had a bad time before she died. You also get the impression with a really strong Arcana check, it almost feels like the way that they died obviously was through some variation of torture of what you've seen here, but was through also having their soul leached from them first. They have this weird kind of greyness, even that the pallor of death can't really cover or hide, with your very keen eyes, of course.
I think Cass is going to kind of just clench his jaw. And not say anything else. Like he'll look back and say that it's definitely them. But do they also look kind of arranged?
Yes, they all do.
Okay. And they are for sure dead, right?
They seem dead.
I will approach Vodi's body and check that she is dead.
You can make a medicine check if you wish.
Okay. Thank you.
They're dead. Within maybe the last, at least within the last 24 hours though.
Okay. I'll 24 hours. Within the last 24 hours, they died.
You can also tell that they
Is
have. You can also tell that they have markings on their body, like wounds, I should say, that have festered. They have this kind of like black permeating tinge. It looks quite similar to that affliction that Kaz had for a little while. I'm not sure if he ever like showed you or you saw it, but if so, then yeah, it looks quite similar to that.
I don't think he showed anybody, but he wasn't like hiding it, so you would have seen it.
Yeah. Is there anything I can decipher from the way they've been posed? Like, are they trying to symbolize something in particular with them?
Not necessarily, other than you think that they were very much intended to be found. Intended to be found by you.
Okay. Alright. This is clearly a threat.
I think just wordlessly, Cass will start getting them down.
Yeah.
What he can. Like, I'm assuming, so this is super far down, right? The broken section?
Yes, it is. It'll be at least an 80-foot drop.
Boo! Yeah, can't get there. So he will... Yeah. He'll get them down, sort of arrange them, and just say sorry. And I don't know, he's not much for words right now. And if nobody else says anything, he will burn the bodies. They deserve that much.
Mm-hmm.
Arlo almost chokes on his own words, but he doesn't say anything. It's almost like he wants to protest, but he's like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why protest it, right? So everything from this point on is below us, like from except the other side, like all this out here.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right.
I think I can get us down there if we can't figure any other way out. Although coming back up would be an issue, so I think I got some rope, but my rope ain't enough to get all the way down.
I do not have rope.
Let's see if I even have rope anymore. I don't. Womp womp. Oh. To be honest, I think I can get us out of here with that paintbrush. Eventually. Or at least back to this point. Ooh, cool little thing.
Right below here is a, like, we could jump on that below. What is that? This thing.
A bus or something.
A train
And
cart.
that's directly underneath.
There
It is. It's 80 feet
Okay.
down there.
Yeah. Arlo says, I mean, I've done it once already. We could just jump. Some of you may remember we jumped off the boat and Arlo used what is it? What the hell is that spell called? Yeah, that
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing Cat's gonna do. So if you can do it without using a spell slot, that's perfect.
Mine is racial.
Hey.
Whoa!
60 feet. Wait, hold on. Actually, it's 80 feet though.
What?
No, I'm saying Featherfall only helps.
No,
only 60
Featherfall
feet
lasts
if you-
forever.
Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. Forget it. All right. Yeah. So we could jump.
Y'all have any other ideas? I think that's a fine idea, but might as well hear everybody out.
I don't have any other ideas.
Throw the ball down there. I'll get out, and then I'll catch you when you jump.
Why you ain't? He just like puts an arm through your arm.
You feel it's like sticky.
Ew.
Oh,
Gross.
yeah, that is. I'm about to jump.
All right,
He's gonna jump.
we're all gonna
Okay.
jump on it.
Yeah, we're all jumping. Kira, you ready?
Yeah. She's like staring at the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Kira,
Yeah.
why did you blow up that blimp?
Is this really the best time?
I think it's probably the last time.
I don't know. Truth is, I don't even really remember it that well.
Oh, brother.
Oh no.
Wyatt looked at her like Miles Teller at the end of that Fantastic Four movie. Like, what did you say?
She jumps.
Say that again.
Arlo jumps.
Yeah, following.
Yeah, I
And,
jump.
I will use my racial ability to cast Featherfall
There we are.
No ruckus.
on this. I think it's this thing.
How does the magic manifest?
It's for the most part, it's kind of like when he jumps, it's almost like he's air resistant, and as it's like the air is pushing up against him, he reaches out a hand towards everybody else, and like it spreads, and it's like it catches them also. So it's like air is being pushed against them as they're falling down, so it slows them down slightly. Everyone's hair just goes whipping all over the place. They feel cool. It's almost like touching Arlo for anyone who's touched him, giving him a handshake or anything. It's nice, it's
Perfect.
breezy.
You land delicately
It's cool.
upon the bus or in the water. Like a flower on a stream.
Yeah. Can you take a few steps back and then just jump across to the other side? I think I'm too low.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. He'll take this body down.
It is very small.
What was that, Jen?
I said it's very small.
I never got to actually know their name.
I guess we'll burn them as well.
You see that this current here ahead of you is moving quite quickly.
Arl takes a few steps back.
As you walk over to that bridge, it seems thoroughly rusted, though maybe it could hold up.
So, Cass can. Cass is going to call over to Lowen. Hey, Lowen, can you give me real quick?
Okay.
You said earlier that you had some connection with nature or anything. Maybe you could bend it to your will. You think you could somehow get those vines to shore up that bridge?
I don't think so.
All right.
Is it just broken or just weak or?
Rusted, so weak. It's my understanding of it, at least.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do I think mending would help?
It could, but I believe that's only like 5 feet by 5 feet, so it might take a little while.
Yeah. Oh, no larger than 1 foot in any direction.
Oh, damn.
Damn, yeah.
That's even longer.
Yeah, it's a cantrip, so that's gonna take a while. And it's also casting time of 1 minute, so we'd be waiting
damn.
like a long time. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm just having a look at what spells I have.
Hey, Shan.
Hey.
The question.
Mm-hmm.
This thing over here. Does this look as rusted as that, or does it look a little more put together?
You can give me a perception check if you like.
I will give you that. What's taking so long? Do it. I stare at my feet.
You stare. It look like look like bridge.
It looked bridge.
Hey,
Bridge
look,
looked
bridge.
good.
Looks good enough, man. Looks good enough.
Me cross now. Actually, I'll wait.
All right. Well, I think I can fix this if it breaks. And by fix this, I mean not drown. So, unless y'all got any other ideas, I think I'm going to give it a shot. And fight what has been our greatest enemy in the last 4 years, bridges.
Bridges.
True.
Bridges.
You should Naruto run across it.
Nope, never again. He's just gonna do his best to pick out spots that are less rusted, so his foot doesn't go through anything, and just try to daintily cross, as he is a very small boy.
Absolutely. I will take an acrobatics check from you, kind sir. There is a crunching sound as you feel the midway point start to kind of keel inward, threatening to snap beneath your weight. Could I get a dexterity save from you?
Oh crap! I have no rope. I can't. Oh, okay, cool.
You grab onto the top part as this bridge snaps in half. So let me just quickly draw a little picture. Draw a little picture.
Oh, the bridge snapped in half. Okay. Let's see.
Bridge go burr.
What could I?
Bridge go burr.
Bridge go burr.
So within that kind of space there. But you grab hold onto a piece of rusted metal as this current pulses against you, Kaz. You feel your pack soak through, your body soak through. It's nice though, because it's quite fucking hot actually, so it's not too bad. But you are kind of dangling by one arm.
He will try to pull himself up. Maybe.
Absolutely, this will be an athletics check to pull yourself.
Oh.
Indeed,
R.I.P.
indeed.
Cass.
Goodbye, my
Yep.
goodbye, my
jeez.
friend. Would you like to add anything to that?
As he starts to, I don't have anything to add, but as he starts to fall, I'm just gonna teleport over.
Okay. With what? Your Misty Step? Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Sure.
Better
you,
than death.
it kind of the fire kind of sizzles away at some of the wetness, and now you're only kind of slightly damp, which is nice. Some parts of rusted metal float
That
down
one
the stream.
about. Sorry about that, y'all. Although I think everybody, but well, I don't know about Kira, but the rest of you, I think I've seen jump bigger gaps than this.
As he says that, Arlo takes off and starts running from here and then just jumps 20 feet. It's right there.
Nice. I believe your jump is that
I
with
have
a running leap, so
It's my running jump is 22, but I also have plus 10 from my armor.
incredible. Yeah, you make it. No check needed.
We get it, dude. You're super jacked.
I'm sorry.
So Bart, his
Strong.
muscles ripple.
True.
Olu, catch me.
Why you could just
I can't. I'm 2 feet short. I need you to extend an arm.
he
me.
extends an arm.
I got you, brother. Oh, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
Blown, turn into a bat, quick.
Oh yeah, true.
I look at Kira. Now, how are you planning on getting across?
Well, if you turn into a bat, I'll probably just try and jump over the points at the rusted bridge of your shoulder. I can probably make that.
Lowen, what if you turned into a bear and used your immense strength to throw Kira?
I'm kind of hesitant to turn into anything because if I do that, I won't really be able to turn into much else until we rest.
I don't think we'll be doing that.
Exactly. So, I'm gonna take the same risk as Kira. And I'll just shuffle along.
Asimir is going to. He probably can't do anything, but he's gonna call Arlo over, and maybe if they steady this half of it, it'll be a little easier. I don't know.
You go first, Kira.
Seems like there's not much you can do. This is kind of like a hard structure. It'll kind of hold up or it won't. But regardless,
Oh, I figured it was like penduluming. I
Kira
understand though.
sprints, leaps. This is going to be an acrobatic check.
I'm going to inspire Kira.
Um, okay. With what?
Something happened to my internet. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
What one, Kaz?
Just the regular one, D8.
Okie dokie. Roll d8.
Could Arlo be there just in case?
Yeah, sure.
She
Kira makes it
misses,
across.
Then... Okay, cool.
Hops down.
I will also try run and jump.
Would you like some help with that, or you think you got it?
Yeah.
Alright, he will also inspire Lowen.
Yay. I run and jump.
Yeehaw!
Acrobatics?
Yes.
Or D8. Or
You leap. You fling through the air. You hit the other side. You hear a enormous creak as the bolts that are holding in this bridge seem to give way finally after years of neglect. The entire structure shifts to the left as if it's threatening to go downstream. Kaz/Arlo, can you make me a dexterity save, please?
Okay, hold on.
ooh,
Lag!
Oh my god. My internet is...
Let's go.
Oh, never mind. Kaz got it. It's fine.
Okay. There's a cast of sunlight. Casimir's muscles ripple, his hair flutters in the wind. He leans
oh my
forward,
god.
scoops Lowen up out of the current, just as the structure snaps and is flung away by the stream, lifts them delicately out of the water, places them on the
Oh
land,
my god.
unharmed, unfazed.
Maybe Kaz is my one true love.
Yeah? Maybe? Right
No.
now?
Right now he is.
Art said absolutely not. I can't stand this.
Alright, well, we're all across.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. You've done the same for me.
Yeah, of course. What is it about Denny's characters saving me from plummeting to my death?
There's a bloom around. Kira takes out a mask.
Yep.
Same.
Masking it up. Let's go.
Do I get air bubble?
Mask it up!
Oh, that's a good
Mask on
question.
the street.
I do not.
I do,
Oh.
but I'm gonna use my mask. I don't know if you said this already, but you know, since the river fight thing, did we long rest at all because we were traveling?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just a short.
Okay, just short rest. Okay. I haven't claimed back any slots yet, so I will do that soon.
Cool. Yeah.
Alright. Does this structure look climbable?
It looks challenging, but doable. There's also this one to the north of Wyatt and Kira, which also looks challenging, but potentially doable.
Which one does Cass think he could climb easier? Because he's not good at anything.
Well,
He
you've
can
answered
talk,
your own
and he's already
question.
he's already used his get out of jail free card.
Well, I don't know. Casimir, if you're not good at anything, which one do you want me to say? Because I will say that one.
Whichever one has the lower roll.
They're both
If that
pretty
exists.
much the same role. So,
It's all right.
Well, if I fall here, I won't fall in the fucking water. So, I'm gonna fall like 18, 19 times. Catch me, and he tries to climb.
How high was this?
so as you climb on this old air conditioning unit, you see that this structure is around 60 feet. It's kind of bowed down on the ends. Maybe the furthermost end you could probably get at 50 feet, like this little tip where Kaz is. But like there are various bits kind of dangling down, pieces of metal that reach to where you are. So you could, with a check that's not going to be easy, but is the check, get up there. But it's pretty steep.
Let me see. Do I got anything?
He's gonna try to climb it acrobatic-like. Hopefully.
Don't think that's how that works. You're mostly
He's so fat. He's so fat.
You're mostly pulling yourself up and like rock climbing. It's not necessarily something to do with agility or even dexterity. It is genuinely a steep uphill pull. All shoulders, all legs.
I will try it.
Kaz is halfway up. Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
But you see him kind of stop about 25 feet up, kind of looking around for something he can't quite see, as if he's stuck.
I will try to get up to where Kaz is.
Go ahead.
Do I need to make a roll for that? Or...
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Oh. Sorry, it's taking a while. It was working fine this whole time, and then it's just like, I'm tired. Maybe, hopefully, I don't roll low.
You reach where Kaz is?
Yeah, no.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I said you reach where Kaz is.
Okay. Is it possible I could, sort of... sorry. Could I... How high up are we now?
You're about 25 feet. Lowen's about
distracted.
5 feet.
Alright, is it possible Arlo could hold on to something and then have his hand out, sort of like in a step position, like almost like a step, like a platform in a way,
Yeah.
his hand, and he looks at Kaz and he says, "Put your foot on my hand, and then you jump, I throw."
Alright.
So here's how this will work mechanically. You can help him. Kaz, you're at advantage. The DC for Kaz will lower. The DC for you will increase a little bit by like 3.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Make your rolls, gamers.
You said he's helping, right?
Yes, you're at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rising up,
Yeah, that's about right.
back on the street.
Should I keep rolling to continue to climb?
You look up, you see, Kaz is like, there's no fucking way I'm taking my foot off and putting it on your hand, Arlo. You're absolutely batshit crazy. Arlo, you pull yourself up a little higher on this. You kind of make your way to about 45 feet, so you're probably up about here. You get to a place where you think you can lean down and like offer an arm to people. But you're not at the top yet either.
That's fine. He's gonna try to just stay there and offer an arm to whoever ends up getting to where he's at.
Totally. Feel free to make another check. Just let me know how you're going to go about it, like a little bit differently than how you were the first time. Or if you wanted to try the other side, or do whatever you want to do to get over this this hump.
Talking about for Kaz or
For everybody.
everybody?
I don't think cats can.
Okay, well, campaign end, I guess. That's it.
I will.
Let me see.
I don't have any. Like, I have no spells that can help with this.
Let me see. What do I
Can I?
have?
Oh, this is kind of weird, but I'm thinking back to like the very first sort of trial we did or something, where we were climbing up that weird
Mm-hmm. Rock face
rocky
thing.
Yeah, and Lowen like stretched their arms
Ew.
to try and yeah.
Yeah, I remember this.
Can I do that, but also try and like make like their fingers more like hooks?
Yeah, absolutely.
To
That's horrifying.
yeah, yeah. Gross. So I guess I try again.
Try again. Hook fingers.
Oh my god. Yeah. No.
Kira like scratches the back of her head. She like glances at ephemeral Ghost Wyatt, looks at Lowen kind of struggling to get up this thing.
He says, Lowen, try one
Yeah.
more time. I can give you hope.
I look at Wyatt. Okay. And I try again.
You can do this. My hope is just me rolling one of my many d12s.
Oh.
Yes. I love that so much.
Oh my god!
Wow! No hope needed. Yeah, you start climbing.
You already gave
Rapidly.
me hope.
Let's
Yeah.
fucking go, dude.
Okay.
30? You
Nice.
fly.
You are flying.
Oh my god.
You make it to the top, Lowen. You can also help everyone along the way, if you so wish, with a 30.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely.
In which case, everyone can roll athletics at advantage to get up this cliff thing. Let's go, gamers. We are doing it. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, I wasn't all the way up. I forgot.
I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
I'm all the way up.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
let's go! Lowen.
Magic
Wyatt hope.
19.
Oh,
Let's go.
how much did I have to roll again? I have one roll left, I think.
You're good.
Arlo?
Everybody makes it to the top. Wyatt floats. It's a bit slower than everyone else, but makes it to the top. I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah,
When
you're up.
when they get to the top, Lauren kind of smiles at Wyatt and just kind of like mimics patting his shoulder, I guess.
Oh, you don't want to touch his shoulder.
I do. I touch his
Oh
shoulder.
god, it's gooey.
Oh no, I touch his shoulder and I've like got a big smile on my face, and then as soon as I touch him and I get a gooey hand, I'm like, oh, that's kinda gross.
That's what hope feels like.
It feels sticky.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Oh no,
What?
there's more of them.
Mm-hmm.
I turn around.
You see the body of Srappo Ironheart. Some of you had a moment with him where he was staunchly defending you in the kind of volcanic area of those isles. His body is a bit thinner than you remember it. He's quite broad and wide and kind of pot-bellied, but now he looks a little bit desiccated, like something's been sucked. He's draped. Any elegance and heroism that came with his paladin nature and his staunch defense of others is gone with his death. Likewise, you see Aplig Europig. She is small, her blonde hair is matted through with thick clots of blood. There's a large gash that has taken out one of her eyes across the entire left side of her face. And she's in rags, desiccated. And the wings of our little friend Sram, your roommate Arlo, if you remember, have been shredded through. There's a black kind of wispy ink that has seeped down into his back, and his head has been shaven. He has small marks across, almost like tiny instruments were used on this man.
Oh, that's fucked up. He got special tiny instruments just for the fairy.
Just ahead, you see enormous white futuristic doors in the same kind of shape. I don't even know how to describe this shape. Geometric kind of shape as the rest of the building opened. There's a set of stairs that lead down into kind of cast darkness, cast in like a yellowish, sickly looking light, like a fluorescent light of an emergency room that's like just been left on. Yeah, you can see this probably was the door, TM, to be opened. And it has indeed been opened.
Casimir is going to make sure their eyes are all closed, like before, and burn the bodies.
Absolutely.
Arlo will stare into the darkness to see what he can see.
Absolutely. You stare down into the darkness. It's all in black and white for you, except the tiny bits that are interspersed with that sickly yellow-green light. Inside, you see there's another body, though you can't tell who. It seems like this is into a mining area, like the main kind of functional bunker-like, but not quite the bunker that you experienced before. This is a mining operation, so it's just an underground area. Nothing notable strikes you yet.
I think he moves towards the body.
Coolio. Let me pull everyone up so I can copy.
Can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this. Alright. You are on a new map. You are down here.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Just ahead, you approach, you feel the clang of metal beneath your boots. You see a room with various kind of Lumina-related appliances, all of them covered in Crest equipment, but also Fortescue Mines equipment. Just ahead, you see the body of one James Whitaker. They are like the others, crucified, malnourished. Their arm is draped to the left as if they're pointing at a certain door, which is goblin rights for this one. Oh, okay, one sec. Let's monk.
Thank you.
Just to maybe for Arlo's recollection, everyone that's been gone were people on the other team, right? Who was sent out and went the other way. Yeah.
You haven't seen these people for months, weeks.
Yeah.
Better, Blitz?
Yeah, thank you.
Do you think we should be following where Morgrim wants us to go?
He already knows we're here. If anything, he's trying to make a show.
I think we've no other choice but to go that way.
Arlo takes a deep breath as he opens this door. Oh, okay.
It opens
We have
into
our
a hallway.
rebreathers on, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, I could wait here while you check the other rooms.
Wow, what's in there?
It's just another hallway.
I don't think we should check anything that far away from one another, so doors open, might as well go that way.
Yeah.
Look back at Kira. Don't suppose there's any way I could convince you to run far, far away from here, is there?
She looks like she's gonna be sick soon, but she gives you a very stern look and adjusts the rifle and continues on. She doesn't respond.
Also, he'll just kind of squeeze your shoulder and move on.
Could so could Arlo pick up maybe a smell or something? The smell of maybe iron? Not, I mean, like past the body that we just left. Like, could he use his heightened senses to maybe pick up either the smell of Wyatt, not, I mean, actual Wyatt body, or the smell of maybe blood somewhere else?
Yeah, go ahead. You can roll a perception check.
Oh,
Advantage.
never mind. Yeah, he'll do that, but he looks and sees something. I don't know if anyone else could see it, but he turns to look for Lowen.
Oh.
But
Lowen, no!
okay, yeah, it's only 8.
Lucy, you
but-
are muted, so you know.
Oh no. Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Olivia Ashdow, she has her head tossed aside. It seems like she had her throat slit.
Fucking hell.
She looks very sallow. Again, a little bit worn, and as if she has been malnourished for a little while before her death, and covered in these enormous kind of black festering wounds. She's splayed pretty much in the center of this door, which you can't really enter without moving her.
I'll move her.
Kira will help you.
And set her down gently. Does she have anything in her pockets that I can try and take home to her kids?
She does not have anything in her pockets, no.
Oh, okay. And I'll just kind of say to her, I'm sorry we didn't get here sooner. But I don't know how long he held on to you. I hope you're resting easy now.
She stares at you, and her eyes are sullen and lifeless.
I'll look over at computer. Is that on?
It's on a green screen. The green screen of death.
Okay. I will go to the door and listen in just to check if there's anything creeping around on the other side.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Fuck.
You don't hear
That
anything on the other
figure's
side.
low.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, take an inspiration back, buddy. And I open the door. Oh.
You walk into this larger room. This seems to be where the like the structure becomes the mine, if that makes sense, or like everything leads through this way. The
Oh.
miners would go. You see there are it's a familiar face because you've seen it for like weeks at a time. But whatever they are, whoever they are, Mira seems to be stagnant, as if deactivated, perhaps.
If Cass reaches out and sort of does a little feeler, can he sense anything from these robots?
Oh fuck
Like,
yeah! Everything's
if they
burning
can't
up around
be
here.
powered by Pena,
This whole fucking thing is like exploding with Lumina-related energy. This is the mining source of Lumina itself. The crates that they're standing in front of infused with Lumina, the mirror bots infused with Lumina, these massive like pipes infused with Lumina, the structure itself, the computers, like everything is infused with Lumina around here, and it's getting worse.
But I can't like if these are in like a standby mode or
They
it
seem
come
to
on
be
or anything?
deactivated.
That's okay.
As in, like, the mine itself isn't really running, so they're not running alongside the mine. There's like a network that they obviously run on, and they're not on it right now. You rolled that perception check and you got an 8? Question mark? Arlo? For blood smelling?
I didn't roll anything. Oh.
Arlo for blood smelling?
Huh? Oh yeah,
that-
yeah. Yeah, that was a while ago though.
Yeah, sick. I was
Well,
just
not a
triple
while
checking.
ago. Like the next. Mm-hmm.
You get a sense that the smell is coming from not everywhere, but like all roads lead to smell. If that makes sense.
All roads lead to Stinky.
All roads lead to copper smell.
I'm so aggravated. in the best possible way.
Why? Can you stop moving at the same pace as me? It's kind of freaking me out. I'm holding hands with Kira now.
Oh.
You fell right into my trap.
Illegal.
Oh.
I almost believed you for a second.
Oh.
What's this over here?
We don't believe you're gaslighting anymore.
Which direction does it seem like there's maybe like an
Cass's eyes dart to the edge of his vision.
Oh no.
Let me find a scroll of Tarask so I can drop it on Koche. Please and thank you.
Blitz, you're muted as we didn't know, just so you know.
I did. Sometimes the token just the talking.
Got it.
Wyatt will teleport his way over towards the body. And then look at Lowen.
I look at him.
He looks at them.
They're both. Oh.
Georgina
Oh.
Dowling looks paler and more gaunt than you've ever known them to be. Her black hair is longer and more unruly, cast across her face. Harsh lines where her cheekbones were. You can see the collarbones poking through her skin, as if kind of threatening to burst through at any moment. She looks potentially the worst malnourished out of all the bodies you've seen so far. You can notice her fingernails are broken. You notice that she is, again, the same as the others crucified. Her hand, her left one, is pointing at Goblin North, so map north.
We were gonna burn out together.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
I think at this point Lowen knows who they're looking for. So they just kind of keep moving, I guess. What, is he round there?
Arlo stops and just stares.
Ooh.
Oh no, oh, no! No! No, this is the worst one! Fuck.
Cass puts an arm on his shoulder, like a hand.
I don't think he responds. I don't think he does anything. He just stares. He doesn't move forward. He doesn't. He just stares.
Ty is strong. She is almost forced, I think, by what she is attached to, the stake in the ground, the pieces of wire, to stare forward. You can see that, she indeed looks the worst of them all, again, so far. Sallow, gaunt, as if her soul had been wrenched before she had died, but not before she had to experience something more horrific than the death itself. You can see there are parts of her that have been almost seared away in chunks, and she does indeed still wear that kind of leafy feathered headband that she tended to wear, but it is all burnt and ashen, and it's hard to tell where her hair ends and that starts. She's also wearing a sign that Arlo cannot read.
Can I read it?
Yes, it is in common. It says, "I didn't stop crying." I'll type it.
Oh, fuck off. Nah, Shan, I've got a problem with you. I'm gonna fist fight you. I'm gonna go take the sign before anyone else can read it and just pocket it. Like, I don't want anyone else knowing that.
Absolutely. You pocket it. You reach this area in the northernmost part of the mine. You think that the mine stretches upward and then extends down. Oh, thank you, Nick. Legend.
Thanks, Nick.
You see ahead, there's a kind of large device, like a platform with hydraulics attached to the side. There is an enormous kind of hovercraft in the center. In the north, you see there's a similar platform, but it's been like extended down, as if there is like a room for two of these, but one has been taken. It's covered in this like I guess you could call it like army camo, like a green coloring, like a paint job, but otherwise it looks like a mining vehicle.
I'm gonna keep walking along. I think Lauren's walking with a weird sort of determination to find Alex. That's just... They have this terrible feeling that Alex is either dead like the rest of them, or perhaps Morgrim's taken him instead. Maybe. I hope not, but I just...
I'll save you a long walk around the caves that Lowen does manually. You don't find Alex
Okay.
Blackwood here.
Fuck. No, that's not good. I'd rather he was dead, honestly. And I will go back to the others and tell them that Alex ain't here.
Oh, there we are. I'm back. That tracks. Wyatt, you ever lose yourself during training? You got any memory gaps?
No. No, not really. Only under the tree.
Only when you're on your benders, bro.
We was getting lit. No,
Hell.
only briefly under the tree. I think that was me, though.
Alright. Well, his dad does have a fucking cane with it on it, so. Fuck. What's this? And apologies if you already explained it. In which case, I will watch the VOD.
No.
But
Okay.
was this guy explained?
Yeah. So it's the whole spiel I rambled on about like the hovercraft. That's like a mining vehicle that seems to go down.
Okay.
And then
Yep.
there's another space for another one that's not there. No.
Well, the only way out is through.
Question: is there anything on Ty that is that would be uniquely hers that he could possibly bring back to someone if she had anybody?
Ty doesn't have anything in her pockets, but you do see she's wearing that leaf headband. And while most of it is ashen, you could probably reclaim a few like leaves off of it.
Yeah, he'll take a few leaves. He doesn't take her down. So
She is staring at you.
This is a weird one. Have any of them had radios on them? And the next question is just, can Cass borrow somebody's radio?
None of them have radios on. Do you mean the people? The bodies?
Yeah.
No, none of them have had anything in their pockets at all.
Okay. If Cass is given a radio from someone, he's just gonna like hold the call down and click the actual like call button. If it works the way I think it works, it'll make like a chime from anyone that's close enough in range, just to see if he hears anything coming from up in the. Actually, no, he's not gonna do that.
Okay. You think about it. You go to do it. You don't do it. You put it away. We'll give it back to Hrimstemmer.
Yeah. I mean, we're about to make a shit ton of noise for this thing anyways, but even still.
Absolutely. The spacecraft hovercraft door is closed as you move across the segway, the metal rung pathway, leadway, dock, out. The door automatically makes that hissing noise that hydraulics do English, and the door unfolds. It's a butterfly door. And you are free to enter.
We'll walk in.
Kira follows. She goes to a bathroom and locks herself in there for a little while.
I think Arlo shakes his head and goes back and is actually going to take Ty down, but he leaves her there.
How are you gonna leave her?
He tries to rest her down as gently as possible. I mean, you know, she's kind of messed up, but just leave her on her back and put one leaf like on her chest or something.
Lovely.
And thank her for at least the good memories that he had with her. And then he'll go back.
Arlo.
He mostly just glances at Wyatt.
They could be watching. They could be displaced looking at us. You should give her something to look forward to. See if she can find her way back.
He nods. I have something that she could look forward to.
Yeah, man.
Then he just walks inside.
Can we get into a sick formation?
Absolutely.
If hearing sounds of vomiting, Cass would try to just be like, "You want me to hold your hair back?" I guess he wouldn't ask. He'd say, "Let me in so I can hold your hair back." But,
Yeah, she'll allow it. She's a bit shaken by it. She knows that probably would have been her if she hadn't have been lucky. Are we gonna try and start this bad boy?
Yeah. And I don't. It's probably not going to work, but I don't think Cass even like thinks about using it normally. I think he's just going to be angry and try to make it work.
You walk into the control room of this hovercraft and you see I almost imagine it, and this is a specific reference for Blitz, but there's a book called Red Rising, and they have these like little hand controllers that attach to like each finger, and it controls different parts of the ship or the mining thing. So I imagine it like something like that, where you would plunge your hands into this, I guess, ectoplasm or goo, and then move them around. But to put it on autopilot, you have a innate attunement to Lumina. Kaz, you can try and force it, or you can try and work it out based on like vibes, if you wanted to try and do it manually, and also anyone else that is around.
I think he'd try to do it with Lumina bullshit, unless of course he thinks that's going to make it harder or make it do something dumb, in which case he'd just try to figure it out.
Okay. It might. It's really hard to say unless you give it a go. I'm gonna bring you over to the map. It is dynamically lit, but I haven't turned it on because we don't need it right now. So you can drag yourselves out anywhere that you wish. And the control room is here.
Oh, wait, no. Never mind.
So for whoever wants to try this, let me know what you're trying to do, and we can move forward with a roll.
Yeah, fuck it. Cass angry. I guess he would just try to will it down.
Absolutely. Can I have an Arcana check at advantage, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can
Same
use
question
charisma.
I always ask applies. Thank you. $26.
You do it. You do so. However you imagine it, it comes to fruition.
Hell yeah. I think he just holds out a hand, and then the lights kind of dim, and it just begins to slowly go down.
Fuck
Or
yeah.
forward, just along wherever the path goes.
Fuck yeah. You start to move. Awesome. You start to move down, as you kind of lurk about the ship, taking it in, figuring out what's what. It's where we're gonna end this session. It has gone very much over, and I'm so deeply sorry for that. So the ship will descend for a long time. It'll descend for around a day and a half, I imagine. So if you wanted to, you can take a short rest at this period before we're going to kick back up. But other than that, thank you so much for anyone that's joined us on Twitch or Vibed. But we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
I love you, Dre.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.